All right, so I know a lot of people have already seen this letter, but I'm just getting around to it. So I am going to jump right into it. Let me see. This is a letter from, of course, Miss Sarah Boone on behalf of herself, trying to figure out who, when, what, and where is going to be in court, is going to be helping her out, who's still in charge, who filing motions. Like, can you tell me something about something about something? Because I can handle anything. I'm sorry. Let me stop. Let me stop. Okay, so she wrote this letter on January the 10th, 2023, to Frank J. Bankowitz Esquire, gave his address and everything. And this is from Sarah Boone, number 2020-CF-002603-A0. I know she hate that. I know she hate that. Mr. Bankowitz, hello and happy new year. I hope the holidays were lovely and very memorable for you and your family. I just wanted to check in as I have not heard from you since the status hearing back on December 27, 22, and want to confirm you're still my attorney after your motion to withdraw was filed on December the 19th, 22. It is my understanding you are, which is why I am writing to you directly, but also including Judge Wooten for fear I do not receive a response like the last almost 5 months, 21 weeks, and 147 days. To be specific, that was my extra. She didn't say that. I just said that to be specific. It is very important to me. You are aware of my questions and concerns for the anticipated pre-trial conference on January the 17th, 23. If you are if you are unable to speak to me beforehand, which I am very much hoping you will be, unfortunately, I am unsure what else to inquire about as I am unaware of any other progress going on in my case. In the meantime, please see below and thank you in advance for the information and clarification. All right, y'all ready? Number one, the pre-trial conference, Tuesday, January the 17th, 2023. I would like to be in attendance. What time, please? I have not received a notice via mail or heard from you to ask, and no time was stated during the status hearing. Please make the necessary arrangements for me to be included. It is my right. That is so, so, so sad. That is so, so, so sad. Number two, waiver of appearance. Please mail or bring the appropriate documents to unwaive my appearances going forward to everything. I am able to be included. Okay, I'm sorry. Waiver of appearance. Please mail or bring the appropriate documents to unwaive my appearances going forward to everything I am able to be included on, so I am kept updated with any/all statuses, in quotes, status of my case. Okay. It is my right. Again, that's just the whole sentence. It is my right. That's the sentence. She wants to make sure. Okay. Please note, I have not underlined, the not is underlined, signed any paperwork for you since the start of your representation on July the 11th, 2022, as my attorney. So I am unclear how my right to appear was waived in the first place, nor have I verbally given permission for the waiver either. Please provide the signed copy at your earliest convenience. She said, bring your motherfucking receipts. She said it with her teeth closed. You better, oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. She said no such thing. That's all alleged in my opinion from what I heard in my head while I was reading that. That's my voices. That was my voices. Number three, reason for withdrawal. It was not made known by you as my attorney or stated by the judge to the court during the status hearing. I was completely blindsided and still massively confused for the attempt as our attorney-client relationship hasn't even been established from the 2 hours we have spoken out of the now 4,536 Did she calculate the hours? Oh my God, she's going nuts in there. Somebody needs to help Sarah. Somebody has to go and listen. I mean, I understand you don't want to, but you have to go and listen to what she's saying in person. I apologize. This is wrong. This is wrong. I mean, the comment that I'm about to get back to me is ridiculous. It's bad. It's bad. And the general information, it was what? It was when we actually did. I don't know. If you had genuine, legitimate concerns, I thought from a professional, moralistic standpoint, you would have discussed with me or at least mentioned rather than being uncommunicative for almost 6 months, an entire half of another year for me just sitting here with nothing to show but the perpetual question mark still over my head. I would have hoped if you were unable to maintain your workload, which still presently includes me as your client, you would have not made the decision to take on my case and even give me selling points on all your capabilities and resources. Why? Did he give you the selling pitch? Did he tell you he was a good lawyer? OMG, you had high hopes up. Shame on you. Shame, sir. Shame. I apologize. I apologize. I know I'm about to get some karma. I know it. I know it. I know it. I apologize. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. That's it. Please help me understand. We are supposed to be working together and for each other rather than against. It worries me futuristically. Let me read that again. And then I'm going to stop for real. We are supposed to be working together and for each other rather than against. It worries me futuristically. What the fuck did that? Also, I have not to date received the copy of your withdrawal Judge Wooten said I was included on when reading the certificate of service during the hearing. Please provide me a copy. She want to know what you said. She want to know what it said. Ooh, boy, it's eating her ass up. She want to know what you said. Why you say you want to remove yourself from my case? Or you going to tell me? Number 4, phone accounts. It was previously told to me by you in our one in-person meeting on August the 22nd, 2022, that you already had this set up and were having your assistant look into so we could use. After not answering any of my calls, the few I did make an attempt to touch base with you to provide requested information you asked me for, I stopped calling you Mr. Benkowski. Benkowitz. I forgot what his name was, and I was trying to read that. Nope, mind your business. Mr. Benkowitz. Jesus Christ, that was bad. I have not to date since September 2022. I kept hoping you would call me or set up a visit, even for 15 minutes, which has not happened. Please help me understand why you gave me your personal cell phone number. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing. I told you because I'm already getting enough karma. I'm just trying to choke it down. I'm choking it back down. Also, to clarify for you, the judge, etc., I did not avidly search for the statements regarding your public reprimands in 2015 and 2018. Huh? So I should go look for this? Wait a minute, where did this come from? What is you talking about? I'm confused. I got questions, Sarah. I think I should write Sarah a letter. I'm interested. I want to hear what you got to say, Sarah. Like, I would set up a visit if I was in the state of Florida with you and come listen to all the things. I want to know what you saying, though. Okay, I did not avidly search for the statements regarding your public reprimands in 2015 and 2018, but that means you came upon it somehow, some kind of way. That sounds like you in possession of these statements. Did you tell people about it? Did you tell people to go look for it? What had happened? What had happened? In an attempt to speak with you from no response to my letters or calls, cell or office, she did call both your numbers. Yeah, hello. Why aren't you answering? When having someone look up any contact alternative and to confirm your address from a letter I sent that was returned, then resent, the reprimands were discovered. And for the same complaint as mine, lack of communication during the status hearing, when I made this known, I was not clear in the end if you were going to actually set up again the phone account to be used, which any and all callers, inmates, must have established in order to speak to family, friends, attorneys, anyone. That was a lot. That was a lot. But you mean to tell me that the only way for any inmate to get a phone call, to make phone calls, is for their lawyer to set up this account? I think not. But you trying to tell me that in 2015 and 2018, he already got some public reprimands because he had some complaints about some clients saying that he had a problem with lack of communication. That's what you're trying to tell us? Okay, that was a lot. But I think we got a little bit. I think we got most of that. But I kind of think you might be telling stories because I'm sure you didn't talk to Brian. I'm sure you didn't make some phone calls. So is this like a free phone system, or like what's the phone like that he's supposed to be setting up for you? Because I know you be making calls. I know you be making calls. I got questions. I think I should write out a letter. Okay, I'm gonna get me a Blue's Clues pen and a notepad, and I think I'm gonna write me a letter. What's the Blue's Clues song? Something, something, ladder. Something, something, ladder. Okay, let me stop. Let me finish reading. I apologize. It is nothing new or extra, and all costs incurred can be submitted for payment to the court as you have done in the past already. So that's tax dollars. Oh, okay. Y'all want to pay for these calls? Can we hear the calls? Oh, no, they attorney client. Can we hear the other calls? Can we hear the other calls? This is how attorneys communicate with their clients here in OCCD. So she trying to say you don't know the rules in OCCD. This is crazy. This is amazing to me. I'm so glad I read this. Another option, in addition to 45-minute video visits, 15-minute at-home visits, in-person visits, and of course the postal service, it would definitely make sense to use an avoidance of even more time being exhausted and the length between any visits in the future, which will only help the progress of everything. Will you be utilizing? I don't know what that sentence. No. No. Okay, I just reread it silently. You reread it to yourself and you make it make sense. I gotta make this a two-parter. Be right back.